All right, in this video we're looking at July 2019 soybeans. And we're going to start with a $50,000 account, all right? Just so we can kind of keep up with our profits and our losses or wherever we are. And as you can see, that market has been ascending. It's in an ascending channel, or a very wide ascending range, I guess you could call it also. Now the prices come up, come back down. I've got trend lines drawn out. It's got 3 hits to the top. And it's got 1, 2, 3 or 4 hits down to here, and it broke through here. So I'd be looking at going short that market, but I'd also want to look at closing prices. Even though it snuck its nose down here, I call that the camel sticking his nose under the tent. And sometimes he does that and doesn't like what he sees, and he takes off and goes back up or back down, depending on where it is. Here's an example over here where the camel stuck his nose under the tent, didn't like it, and came right back down again. That's just another example. All right, let me delete that. All right. Now, another thing that you want to look at, you want to go over here to price per types and go to close and look at closing prices. Gives you a different picture. All right. See where closing prices came right down to? It came right down to trend, stuck his nose back under it, didn't like it, popped right back up again. All right, so let's go back to price per type, change it to open, high, low, and close. All right, now then, let's look at a longer term trend. I'm going to go over and open the weekly chart. We're going to take a look at the weekly. All right, here we're looking at the weekly. I went ahead and put a fib on it for you. It almost made a 50. Came awfully close to it. Let me unlock that, pull it up just a little bit here. I locked it. I want to unlock it and pull it up just a little bit here. That's better. And then lock it. To me, that's pretty darn close. And then we had a top blip on a weekly, which is very, very strong. Now look at volume. What's volume doing? Volume going up or volume going down? Volume's going down. Very bearish. All right. Let's see what MACD is to. So I got MACD on here. I don't. I'm going to put MACD on. And put MACD here. All right. And MACD is sloping down. All right. It's not across the zero line yet. So it's not really turned bearish. All right. Price action the last week came up, which is not good. But MACD is down and volume is down. Those are pretty critical indicators. All right. Now then, and by the way, this is the prior week, not the current week. All right. You can see that that's going to be the prior week here. All right. Hold on. I'm going to flip back over to the daily chart. All right. We're back on the daily. And the weekly chart that we were looking at was actually the prior week here. All right, it was like the week of the 8th, closing on the 8th. All right, so it didn't take into consideration this again, so it's dropped since then. And like we're looking at, it did break through here, but we didn't have closing prices below there. So I'm going to wait. And it also had something else here. Has support down in here. Hasn't closed here. If I put a short here, it's going to be very little reward down to here. But if it does break that, it should break down through here. Let's look at volume. Volume is coming slightly down. All right. Let's put a line here. Remember the weekly volume was coming down, which is important. Let's look at MACD. Oh, MACD is bearish. Very good, very, very good sign. All right, MACD being bearish. I'm still going to go forward a day, see what happens on the next day here. I went back up. All right, I'm going to wait for it to close down below here. Ooh, I'm glad I did that. Let's go forward again. This is called an inside day, where the market trades inside the prior bar or the prior day's volume. Usually an indication that something's going to happen the following day. it went up. Not looking good for a short. But look at MACD. MACD is still bearish. Volume. Volume's not up as much as it was. I'm still going to wait. All right, now we've got a down day. Did it close below there? Yeah, it did. Just right at it, just a tick below. I'm going to wait. Now, if we were to draw out a trend line here, we've got a trend coming down. I'm going to wait. Still going to wait. Still going to wait. Now, I'm still going to wait. It stuck its nose under that 10. I didn't like it. It backed off again. I'm going to wait. I'm still going to wait. All right, we have a top blip, but it hasn't taken out support yet. Now it's at support, and it closed low. If you look at open, high, low, look at the close again. Closed right at it, at this line here, actually a little bit below it, and it took out this low here. That's pretty key. And look at volume. Volume is dropping hard. It's a very bearish sign. All right, let's look at MACD. MACD dropped again a little bit. It's still bearish. I'm going to go back over here to price bar types and go into open, high, low, and close again. All right, I'm going to place an order to short that market. Now, the concern that I've got is this support down in here. But MACD and volume are telling me that this market should come down, and this price bar here closed low, and it took out this support here. All right. So let's look at some risk-reward ratios here. Easiest thing to do is figure out our risk. If we shorted here, we're going to put a stop. We're going to put a stop up here. We're going to put a stop up here. We're going to put a stop up here. Don't know yet. All right. How do we figure rewards here? Easiest thing is that prices have a tendency to travel an equal distance as the pattern that they just broke out of. That's the widest part of that. So if it does that, and let's say that it broke out here, which it did, it broke out here. There's our target down here. Down in here. And it just happens to be at this support area. Now let's see what our reward on that would be. If we shorted at the same price here, move this over a little bit here. And say we shorted here. We got a target of approximately 2,400. So this risk is too much. 2,100 to pick up 2,300. It's just a one-to-one. That stinks. Now if I move it down to here, we were taking more risk on it. But what does our risk reward look like? Risking 1,600 to make 2,400. That's still not good. Let's see what another trend line might be here. Here. Let's take off this trend line. With the indicators being as bearish as they are, and price action today on this bar is bearish, I'm going to put a stop up here. We're going to risk 1,400 to make 2,400. It's not a 2-to-1. But you can't always find 2-to-1s. Let's do this. Let's place an order to short that at a break below here. 1325. I don't like too close to an even number. Here's the closing price, 1350. See, it's 1300. That's an even number. I want it below that. I'm gonna place it at 1250. So I'm gonna sell one at here, and then I'm going to put our protective stop up here, and I'm going to sell one back up here, or buy one back, I'm sorry. I'm going to buy it back here. I'm going short, so I need another buy stop down below. I'm going to place it down here. 6,500 is an even number. I don't like that. I wanted to tick above an even number there. So we're going to buy it back here. Oh, I'm going to reverse that. Let's see if it'll take a market order. It will. So if the market comes down to here, we're going to take profits of approximately 2,300. Now we can trail stops as we go along if the market goes in our favor. Let's see. Well, we got filled on it. And as you can see over here on the left, we're down $219 on that. All right. Let's continue. All right, down. Now it closed right where we got in. So over here you can see that we're just still down 219. All right. Or it closed where it did before. All right. All right, now we're up a little bit. Or should be. Not counting my order. We'll back up. I never trade on the end of day anymore, so I'm not real familiar with it as much as I am the live, but it's good for demonstration purposes. So we're going to sell one on a stop, and it should fill. And it says it did fill. There it is. Down here at the bottom, we're down to 19. Okay. Now we're still down to 19. That's not right. I'm going to continue in that trade. It's back up again. I have no idea why it's showing us down to 19. We're not. Back up again. Back up again. Now we're probably down that. Let's wait and see. Back down to almost where we got in. Not doing a whole lot. Not going in the right direction. All right, here. Now it's got a lot of resistance up in this area here, so we may be okay on that. Dropping a little bit. There's our big drop. Took out this support here. And being down to 19 is not correct. I don't know why it's doing that. We're actually up about $800 on that. Here. Back up a little bit. So that support is holding. It broke. Play it again. Back up. Not good. We're still up on the trade. We're up a couple of $100 or something. From here to here. Oh, $400. We're up about 400. Now I got to put my stop down here, my exit order. 65.75. That's good. I don't want it at 66. I want it to below that because markets have a tendency to hit an even number. All right, let's play it. software is usually just excellent. I don't have an order here. All right, we're just going to play it forward. We'll do it by hand. All right, it's up a little bit. It's up to about where we entered. Now we're actually in the hole some. Back down. Back down. It's going sideways. Going sideways. Come on back down. There it is. There's our drop. We need to take this out down in here. It did, and it closed low. Good sign. I'm just going to close that. It's going to throw our numbers off, but I'm not worried about it. It's doing weird stuff. Delete order. Here. See what happens. Take out that support. Come on, take out that support. It did. All right, now we've got choices to make. Now the live version of this software works fine. We never have these problems with the live. It's just the demo sometimes does weird things. All right. So we're actually short from right here. This order here. We're short from here. And we're actually up $2,000. Two things we can do. We can move the stop down in here, and we come close to break even on it. Bring it down to here. This is kind of interesting. Let's draw a support line here. Hey, that became a common number. It's support here, we had resistance here. I'm going to change that. I'm going to change that to white. And I'm going to change it to dotted lines. So this is a common number. It's hard to grab because it's so small. Here, grab it over here. There. There's our common number. Right? Became support over here, became support over here, became resistance over in here. Now what we could do, we're up 2,100 on that. We could wait for it to hit our target. We got to put our target back in here. So this lets me do this. I'm going to buy stop. I'm going to buy the market. If it comes in, it's buy it on a stop. It's going to tell me you can't do that. It's got to be a limit order. So don't let me. We're just going to do this manually. Here, if it comes down and hits here, we're taking $2,600 in profits if we do that. Or we take right now 2,000, or we wait. Now something else we could do. We could move our stop about halfway in between here. And if we do that, we're locking in, as you can see up here, about 1,600. And we're going after 2,300. Let's do that. Let's move our protective stop here. And we're going to move it down. Oh, here. Just saw this. Look at this. We've got support here. So if that market comes back up and hits this support, it could drop again. That could become another common number. So I want to make sure that my order is just above that, and I want to make sure my order is not at an even number. All right, it's at 75. That's there. 85 and a quarter. I'll leave it at 85 and a quarter. I don't want it at 85 even. I want it just above there. So we're going to leave that. Remember, our exit is right above this, so we're real close to that exit. I'm going to play it one more time. All right, went up a little bit. And we're still locked in 1600, I think it is. It's back down again. I'm going to exit on market on open. Here. Edit order. I'm going to buy it back. Well, market. See if it'll let me do that. No, I'm going to have to move it down here. And I'll buy it back here. Or if it closes down below here, I'll just buy it back then. All right, we're out. It says we lost 219. That's not true. All right, we actually picked up. It says we're long two, we're not long two. Doing weird stuff. All right, we picked up, I think it was 2,200 on that. We got in here. Now it says we're long two, we're not long two. We're flat, and we got out at about here somewhere. So we got out just above this. So we picked up like $2,300 on that. I don't know why the software is acting up. It never acts up unless I'm doing a video or something. And the live version does not act up at all. It's fine. So I don't know why it's doing that. It's probably me doing something, because I never trade on this software anymore. I only use it for demonstration purposes. I always trade off the live software. But end of day software is very good, because as you can see, you can play it forward or backwards a day. Kind of explain things a little bit better. But anyway, we're going to be doing some more videos on risk reward ratios, and show you a few other little tricks, or not tricks, but some different examples.